Hey, happy Transition Thursday, everybody, and welcome to another week of some insights into business transitions. If you're new to this channel or you haven't seen me before, please hit the subscribe button, hit a like, and leave a comment. I love hearing comments from people about my weekly posts. Now, last week was a little bit different. I talked more about my awesome wife, Jenny, and all the joy that she brings me. So this week I'm going a little bit the other way. This will be a little bit more maybe morbid for some of you, but it has to do with really a famous quote from, I think it was Benjamin Franklin, from obviously 150 years ago, saying there's no certainty in life other than death and taxes. And I might just add, for those of you that are entrepreneurs, that the destruction of business value quickly follows death and taxes for those of you that aren't prepared for your passing. And you know, it's interesting. More often than not, when I'm talking to entrepreneurs, and most of our clients tend to be baby boomers, and they will say, "Well, if I die, this is what might happen." And I remind them quite often that it's not really a matter of if you die, but when you die. So why not put your plans in place now? Put that down in writing, share it with your family, share it with your management team, get your insurance in place, not just for yourself, but for your key employees, because the loss of a key employee through death or disability can have a similar impact on your bottom line. Maybe not for the long term, but certainly in the short term. So make sure you have those issues in mind. And you know, it can be very, very expensive to pass away as a business owner without having plans in place. It reminds me of an experience a number of years ago now, where the patriarch, the owner of the business, passed away literally at his desk. And in the evening, they didn't find him until a few days later when the office reopened on the Monday. And you know, tragic situation. Number of kids, a couple kids in the business and a couple kids outside of the business, grandchildren and other family members that all had an interest in the estate. And shortly after his passing, the family started to have internal fights over dividends, over how much the active children were being paid, over all sorts of different things. Meanwhile, the business wasn't being run as well as it probably could, because the kids that were in the business were distracted by everything else going on. Because it takes a lot of effort to deal with a complicated estate. So ultimately, the decision was made, forced upon everybody, I gather, really, to sell the business, and everybody had a lawyer. So at one point we had 18 lawyers on our client side, representing all the various interests of the estate, of the beneficiaries and whatnot, which made it very difficult to get a transaction done. And ultimately, despite running a very competitive process and selling to a large strategic player, a large public company, the value of the business was not nearly what it would have been a year or so before, while the owner was still actively running the business and decisions were being made more effectively. And it was nothing against the children that were running the business. There was just so many other things going on. So dying without having plans for the transition of your business can have a truly detrimental effect on your estate, on your family, and your loved ones, beyond the taxes that your state's going to have to pay upon your death as well. So please put the plans in place, write them down, share them, and make sure that everybody's aware of what needs to happen. If you die, well, you're still in control of the business. So a little bit morbid today, but I hope you still will subscribe, leave a comment, share your thoughts, and I will talk to you next Thursday. Thank you so much. Bye.